All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today we are having a live Q&A call with my good dear friend Jo Fernandes. She's back with us. And we of course may also talk a little bit about the body, the igniting the innate wisdom of your body. We did that call back in February. I think it was February 23rd. So you can always go back to YouTube or the podcast to find that. But today it is mostly about, live Q&A. So for those who are on the Zoom, I'm sorry, I do not, I do not follow along with Facebook when I'm doing the live show. So I will not be looking there or anything for that matter. Okay, just so you know. So you have to be here in the live call. All right, so Jo is back with us. Like I said, you probably already know her. But if not, she is a doctor of Cymatics and bioenergetic medicine, and she's been involved in healing and research into ancient and new methods for over 20 years. She is an energy and body worker, constantly creating and developing new tools. Radionics is key to her work as it encompasses everything inside and outside of us, the micro and the macro. In addition to these, she has a background in quantum science and recently added neurocoaching to her repertoire of healing modalities. So she is a very popular, very well-known, very well-liked healer. So I'm so glad that she's back with us to work with us, to teach us, to just do what she can to help our community out today. So if you do have a question, please do raise your hand or type your question in the chat. So Jo, really quick question. Again, welcome back to the show, but really quick question before that is like, do you want people to speak to you live, like in person, or can they write their questions in the chat?
Both will do.
Okay, awesome. So if you cannot speak live, you can always type your question in the chat. Awesome. So again, welcome, Jo. So glad you're here. I just was talking to you last week, Friday, maybe it was. Yes. We had a wonderful chat, and there's still some stuff that I keep meaning to ask you, and then I keep forgetting when I get, talking to you, because we have such a wonderful conversation and healing. So thank you for the healing work, and thank you for all the work you are doing with, my community, your community, and, other people around the world. So I know you're very busy. So before we get started really quickly, I know we're going to take live caller questions, but also like, what is going on right now? Like, we are now into spring. We just had yesterday was the 4/4 portal. It's like spring is in the air. So what is going on with everybody?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me again. But in terms of what's going, it's very exciting. I mean, you're bringing the light to the world, which is wonderful. But the light is getting brighter and brighter. And of course, spring is the beginning of new things. But with it, what happens is with it comes chaos, because it's too much. And of course, all the shadow energies then are exposed. They come to the surface to be dealt with. And we can see this in our world, what's happening, but also in our bodies. And I'm noticing that with all my clients, the shadow stuff that hasn't been dealt with is now coming to the surface to be dealt with. And this is very much with my offer. What I'm doing in this package is, dealing with those shadow aspects because I work very much in the root cause. So bringing that to the surface to be dealt with. So bringing everything, all the shadows into the light, because they can't, shadows can't hide anymore. And
go ahead.
Yes, and of course, the media, of course, is trying to keep us in fear. So, and the fear is one thing that is also going to be worked through.
Awesome, thank you. And I love that, what you're talking about, there is more light on the planet, and we are going into spring, summer, which also brings more light, but light also then brings up the shadow, right? The shadow needs to be looked at. The shadow has to have the light shone on it so that it can be healed, resolved, etc., right?
Yeah, it can't hide anymore.
Yeah, which is great.
Yes, it is.
Right, we don't want it to hide anymore, because it's the shadows that's been keeping us small, limited, stuck, etc., right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so it's time for all of us to step out of the shadows, shine our light, be our light, just be us, and live the life that we truly desire, right?
We're meant to, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So anything else you want to talk about before we get into questions?
Yes, basically what is particularly important now is how everything is also coming up, all the tools that we need. And sort of right for now, there's been with the brain, with neuroplasticity and all the developments in the brain sector, that's coming up. And it's very timely. And where people have been stuck sort of in sort of MS, ME, all those sort of the chronic fatigue syndromes, etc. These are sort of, there's lots of new tools now, and we've got very much work in the brain and nervous system with really rewiring the nervous system. But beyond that, you know, of course, we've got to embrace what, you know, sort of moving into our hearts now. And but this light is pushing everything out, so we be more in touch with our feelings, and that's what is the feelings that will change everything. And this is what part, you know, as well.
Absolutely. And it is about, you know, getting back into our heart, out of our head, and also out of the fear, you know, because the fear also is mostly in our head. It's not in our, if we're truly in our heart, there's no fear there. Right. So the more that we can move into our heart spaces, the less fear there will be.
Yeah. And of course, another aspect of the heart is courage. You know, so it's boldly go into the new era. But the new era it's all about us reclaiming that. It's reclaiming our sovereignty. Because all our power is being taken away.
Exactly. And our sovereignty, again, lies through our heart, not from forcing, not from our mind controlling, etc. It really does begin and end in our heart space.
Absolutely.
That's the center of who we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. Thank you. All right. So again, if you have questions for Jo, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. And we'll see, you know, what we can do to assist you with what's going on, whether it's fear-based, whether it's older issues, etc. I never know what the question is going to be, and you know what Jo's going to come up with as well. So Joyce had written this question in the chat before we started, and she says, "I have a bad cough for about a week. Also, I have some hip pain for longer."
Right, yes, and a lot of that's happening at the moment. The cough is actually connected to the hip. Have you got any sciatica or anything with that? I'll just...
Yeah, so if you want to type in the chat, Joyce, do you have any sciatica with that? Sciatica pain, discomfort? Let us know. And this is sometimes why it's easier if you are talking with us so that we can get the answers much more quickly. So Joyce, let us know in the chat or unmute yourself. Either one works. There's still folks joining, which is great. So for those of you who are just joining, this is a live Q&A call with Jo, and so you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. And so we were looking at Joyce's question. No sciatica.
Right, okay, that's good. Right, okay, so basically, you need to tap into your inner wisdom. You've got lots of inner wisdom, and it's, I'll give the example of sort of a lake. When it's sort of, the water level is high, you're only seeing the surface, but deep down there's a lot more information, and that's what you need to tap into. Also, I'm picking up with the hip, there's some issues around a relationship or something to do with a relationship. So I'm going to clear these energies and well, bring your body more into alignment. Okay, so I'm just working on you. Right, so I'll balance those energies. Now, the cough will be exacerbated by if you just drink water. It needs something like honey as a humectant because the mucous membranes are very dry. I have brought in some more fluids to the mucous membranes. So if you'd like to comment on that and see how that feels.
Yeah, so let us know, Joyce, how that feels for you now and throughout the call, okay? Awesome. All right, so then there was two messages from, I'm sure your name's not Kind, but I'm gonna go with Kind. So Kind says, I injured my back in 1980, got better and worse, but was stable 1998 until December 27, 2021, when I benefited from my first session with Jo Fernandes. Now I feel safe at all times, even before I do my yoga. Awesome. And then my last session, Jo told me it would not be in my interest to clear all my blocks to knowing what to choose at once. True. What she did clear has made a big difference already. How about another level of clearing today? Is it okay to also clear my ambivalence about being in a body? In general, is it wise to clear more than one thing in the same hour? And I imagine all who are listening can choose to receive also. Yes, for sure.
Oh, and it goes on, right? No.
Is there more?
No, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, that's
right,
it.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Kind.
Richard, his name is Richard. How do I raise my hand? I can unmute you if you want, Richard.
Richard Kind.
Yeah, Richard Kind. I think I can unmute you. I'm not sure. Oh, I have to ask to unmute. I don't know why that is. So I can't unmute you per se. I can only ask you to unmute. There you go. Yeah.
I think I'm unmuted now.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes. Yes, it is possible to clear that more than one thing because sometimes a number of things are related. So you clear the chief one, you know, and everything around that clears as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Richard. And I'm glad that you mentioned that because a lot of people don't realize that you can't clear everything all at once. You can't clear all your blocks at once. Your system couldn't handle it. That's Absolutely. Why it sometimes has to be incremental.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you for mentioning that.
Right. Okay. So.
And I love the ambivalence about being in a body. I mean, how many of us have not wanted to be in a body, right? From time to time in our lives.
Yes, yeah, we can clear that.
Yeah, great.
Yes. Awesome.
Pain is pretty motivating.
Yes, for sure. Awesome. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Richard.
right. All right, we're gonna go to Sam Dai. You want to unmute yourself, Sam Dai?
I guess I should be unmuted now, Laura.
Yeah, you are now.
Hi, Jo. How are you?
Hi, Sam Dai. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am not that well. After
Oh
I
dear.
spoke to you, a week after I spoke to you in January, I fell again and hurt my back again. And I'm wondering if by clearing, it actually causes whatever is dormant in you to awaken and aggravates the situation before it finally goes away.
Right, okay, let's see what's blocking you. Right, it's very much a matter of trying to live in the here and now. You're probably processing a lot of information from the past and also trying to work out how life is going to go on in the future. And even sort of any faults and all, it's no accident, but I'm going to work on you, clear those energies and bring your body back to balance, but also try and bring you into the here and now. Okay, so I'm just going to... I don't know how much you can relate to that thing.
Yes.
Right, you can, right. Okay, Samdai, how are you doing now?
A lot of beautiful energy, Jo. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Look forward to having our next scheduled meeting whenever you're ready.
Yes, certainly. Yes, certainly.
Alrighty. Thank you, Alara.
Awesome. Thank you, Samdai. All right. Our next question is from Arietta in the chat. She said, my chest especially has been affected by a negative energy. I would appreciate some support. Thank you.
Yes, certainly. Hello, Arietta. Let's see what's coming up for you. Right, your frequency has dropped and you're disconnected from the divine. So let's connect you back to the divine. Okay, so you can do this exercise to benefit everyone as well. So give your relationship to your higher self or your monad a geometric shape and color. And we're going to harmonize your relationship to your monad. Okay, so reduce that to a dot and beam 3 colors, a silvery white, a golden, and a rose pink. And just take a deep breath in and let it all out. I'm going to clear your field as well. Any right, okay. How does that feel?
Oh dear, thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Oh, this is very weird. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Jo.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you, Arietta. That was wonderful
Thank
for
you,
all of
Alara.
us. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Alara. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. All right, we're going to go to Pat. You want to unmute yourself? There you go.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Pat.
Hello. I'm having some sensitive issues in my teeth and my gums and my jaw. Am I releasing energies that I have blocked there? Like speaking my truth.
I'm just going to check what's going on. There is a contraction in your neck.
Okay.
Balance there. Right, so your field, which should be centered around, it has actually moved outside your body. So I'm just going to bring that back.
Pardon? What were you saying?
Your energy field, which should be centered in you, has moved above you.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
going to bring that back.
Okay.
Just relax. Okay, how does that feel now?
Pardon?
How does that feel now?
Feels better. Yes.
Excellent. What had happened is the occipital ridge that's from ear to ear behind your ears, that had expanded and it put your coccyx, your tailbone, out of balance.
Okay.
Well,
Wow, good to know, right?
So this is what I should focus on, my root chakra.
I would focus, root chakra comes into it, but it's also your sacral and throat chakra.
Ah, yes, the throat.
Yeah.
Okay. That I'm clearing from my throat too.
That's right, yes.
Speaking more of my truth.
Yeah. Well, you knew that already. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Good, Pat.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we are going to go to Linda. Linda's questions always make me laugh.
No, I'm not going to make you laugh, Laura.
No, but your questions always make me laugh. I saw the question
I
in the
know.
chat.
You just feel amused by me. That's amazing. Okay, hi, Joe.
Hi,
Can you do
Linda.
any clearing from floaters in the eyes?
Floaters are a bit of a challenge, but again, it's any constrictions in the neck. But
Okay.
I'll do what I can. But like I said, they are a challenge. It takes time, but I've had clients who've got rid of them completely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd be most appreciative.
Right, okay, but I'll just see what's behind it as well.
Okay.
Yes, I'm getting sort of multiple reality spaces. Again, with the floaters, obviously, what's happening is it's trying to, like a prism. It's almost that you're trying to see different areas, opening up the vision. But these are sort of blocking some areas. We're just going to open that energy up of space and take it on from there and see what happens. Right, Linda, how are you doing?
I could feel some energy moving behind my eyes. It felt pretty good.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Linda.
Yep.
All right, so how are you doing, Jo?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Good. So Suzanne has a question in the chat, and she says, on Monday, I will have an operation to get removed an intestinal polyp. I'm very afraid of the narcosis I will get. Can I do something for myself before?
Yes. Well, the best thing to prepare for any procedure is Arnica. And you just start that, well, as of now, 5 days before.
Mhm.
Well, you could do either of the two common strengths, 6C or 30C, and just have 1 3 times a day. And then after the procedure, just continue for another 5 days. So that's the best preparation in terms of shocks and everything, the body. I found that very useful for all operations in the past, that people have prepared themselves with that. But I'll also prepare your body for the onslaught, so to speak.
Mhm.
And, let's see how that goes.
And so Suzanne, let me know if you have any questions about the Arnica. Okay, I did write Arnica in the chat, but I think you probably know about
You
it.
did. You already beat me to it, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. So
Right. So I'm just balancing all your fields so that the operation won't traumatize it. Okay, I've cleared all those energies, and also that if you're obviously having some form of anesthetic, right,
Mhm.
that will work, but it doesn't leave the harmful effects on you.
Thank
So
you
Suzanne-
very much. Thank
It's
you
my pleasure.
very much.
It's my pleasure. All the
Thank
best.
you.
All the
Thank
best.
you. Thank you. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Good. All right, Susan in the chat says, I never get headaches, but I've had a dull headache for a week now, which also makes me feel nauseous at times. Can you tell what's causing it and clear it?
Yes, certainly. Seems like it's coming from a work issue. I don't know if you can relate to that. But I don't know if you want to feedback, see if that's.
Yeah, so Susan, how does that relate to you? Is it a work issue?
No, I don't work.
Right, okay, so it could be something, but from your external environment, not your environment, something that's anything coming up?
No.
Right, okay, I'm going to clear it. Right, Susan, how are you doing?
All right.
Good. How does the headache feel?
Yeah, it
Well,
feels a little better. Feels a little better.
wonderful.
Good, awesome.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, Susan.
And somebody else has had a headache as well.
I think so, yeah.
Persistent migraines, right? Okay. Anyway, over to you, Laura. I don't want to mess with you.
No worries. So Kathryn is asking any tools for getting rid of mold colonization in the body, and what about dwelling in the past? These two probably are connected.
Absolutely. Right. Hello, Kathryn.
Hi, Jo.
How are you?
I'm okay. Just these mold issues
Mold
seem to
issues,
be a
right.
little bit stuck at the moment.
Right. Okay. So the mold is more related to thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and how you're allowing it to increase in your body. So we can clear those. In itself, it's not the problem, but you're allowing it to increase. So I'm going to clear that, whatever it is inside
Okay.
you. And also balance your microbiome, because also the whole ecology has got to be balanced. So
Yeah.
I'll just clear that. And dwelling in the past, of course, any mold, fungi, etc., will increase any susceptibility to dwelling in the past. So that is very much related.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just clear that. And there's a disconnection to the divine as well, which is also what. So I'll just clear these energies and then we'll reconnect you. Hi, Kathryn, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. How does that feel? Lighter? More
Yeah.
open?
Something, I feel like something left my body.
Good. Excellent. And
Yeah.
how far is, and how about the past? What do you feel about that now?
I feel like there is a lighter connection.
Wonderful. Right. Okay. And it will change more, because I've re-established your microbiome energetically. So that will start changing, getting better and better.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you, Kathryn.
Yes, and thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming on board.
Awesome. All right. So Julie Torbett, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello, Julie.
Hi. I am having a lot of joint pain, and I wanted. I didn't know what the blockage really was. I thought it was a medicine, and I stopped the medicine, but the joint pain didn't go away.
Are you having joint pains throughout your body, or just particular?
Yeah, my wrists, my knees, my ankles, and sometimes my shoulders.
And and what about fatigue with it?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me see what's coming up for you. Right, what I'm picking up, inner child issues.
Oh, okay.
So this is really something that goes back to your childhood. Obviously, there's been traumas there. Around about age 3. Now, if you can relate to anything at age 3.
No, I never had any big T type traumas when I was a child.
As a child, they don't have to be big. Even something small is a big one. Even sort of
I don't know. My brother was born when I was 2.5. Maybe that was a trauma.
That usually is a big trauma for a lot of people. Yes, I mean by 3, it's anything, plus or minus. We're about that age, right? Okay. Yes, because once when you had all the attention, suddenly the attention's got to be divided between the two of you, and of course the baby needed more attention. Okay, so let's clear those childhood issues and reconnect you with your inner child. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone at this point, we'll do an inner child meditation, which is really bring all the soul fragments back. And I'm just going to ask everyone to join in here. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to imagine on your ceiling all your soul fragments. Okay, now just say thank you to those soul fragments. Any trauma that happens, we lose our soul fragments. Okay, now gather them up into a golden sphere and bring that down your crown, down your head, down your neck, and into your heart. And just feel what you can feel in your heart. This is you being whole. Okay, now bring that sphere down your abdomen, down your hips, down your legs, down your feet, and into your Earth Star chakra, which is about 2 feet below your feet. We're just going to park that there for a moment. I'm just going to ask you to focus on your heart. There's also cell danger response where your mitochondria are affected. So this is your ATP, all the energy centers. That's a result of that, you're losing energy. So, and the heart has the most mitochondria, which are the powerhouses bringing ATP, but also mitochondria, the equivalent is chi in energy. You're going to boost that up in your heart. Okay, now focus on your Earth Star chakra. And we're going to bring the soul fragments up. So bring them up your feet, up your legs, up your hips, up your abdomen, and into your heart. And just open up the golden sphere and allow the soul fragments just go wherever they need to in your essence, body, or fields, your being. Okay, and then just take a deep breath in. As you come back into your space. Okay, how does that feel?
I'm much more relaxed and peaceful. So thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure. How did the joints feel?
I feel a little better. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Good. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We received that wonderful inner child healing as well. So yay.
Yes.
All right. Where am I now? I know I'm going to miss somebody because there's lots of questions in the chat and people with the hand raised. So I know I'm going to miss stuff, but it is what it is. So Odile in the chat is asking, she says, at times I eat too much. What is behind that, please?
Right, okay. Let's see. Be a thought, feeling, or emotion. Right, okay, so it's basically trying to find more joy in your life. And I'm getting that you should start singing or sing more if you're already doing it, because that will, there is that, it's almost a destructive force. You're trying to replace that uneasiness with something, and food comes to mind. But it's about joy, not having enough joy in your life. So start singing. Can you relate to that?
Yes, she said yes.
Good, excellent. Right, and do you sing? Would love to sing.
I know. She said, I whistle at times. She whistles. That's joyful. I love that.
That's joyful, right?
I whistle at times. I wish I could sing. I cannot. I cannot hold pitch or tone or whatever that phrase is. I don't even know. But,
Everyone can sing. You just got to be taught how to.
I suppose. All right. Anything else for Odile?
I think I'll just balance some energies. Right, okay, how does that feel?
Yeah, how does that feel, Adil?
Does that deal? Right.
It makes me smile. Oh, good.
Excellent. That's
It
joy.
makes me smile. Yeah, exactly. It makes me smile when you say it makes me smile. Awesome. Oh, good. Awesome. All right. I think we're going to go to Kathy. Kathy, want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Alara. Hi, Jo.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi. I have varicose veins. I'm 53 now, and I remember having them back when I was like 12 years old. And I've been told recently that they're connected to anger. And I was just wondering if you have any insight on that for me.
Yeah, let's see what comes up for you. But yes, very much related to anger.
Okay.
Yes, it's the anger is there because you almost feel like you want to literally take off from this reality. And what's happening is basically it's they just collapse, the valves collapse, and that's why everything comes out, because you feel you're just stuck in that situation, and of course you're boiling, but you really want to escape from the reality.
Mm-hmm.
This reality. Do you feel like that sometimes?
Sometimes I do, yeah. In one specific situation in my life in particular, yes, definitely.
Yeah, that one particular situation could be sort of the big thing in your life.
Right.
Yeah. So, right, with the anger, I would do some forgiveness exercises.
Okay.
And forgiveness is not about forgiving anyone, but it's forgiving yourself for the harm caused to you.
Right. Okay.
So you can just, what I would do is, bring some, work on your heart, just the oxytocin, cross your arms in front of you. Just cross them and hold on to your arms, the upper part of the arms. Yeah, that's it. And then you just say, just say, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
And of course, you're bringing the oxytocin in, and then squeeze hard as is really squeezing your arms. And just keep saying, if you say that 2 or 3 times, I forgive myself, and they bring more and more of the oxytocin into your system.
Okay.
Okay.
That's very cool. Okay. Thank you very much, Jo.
But I'm going to do some work as well.
Oh, okay.
Let's work on the anger.
I'm sure there are lots of other people who also have anger issues.
Yes, it's a big one as well, especially now. Okay, how does that feel?
I feel lighter, and I felt a lot of sensation first in the small of my back, then the middle of my back, and then my left neck. So yeah, something was really moving there.
Wonderful. And of course, when the rage comes up, it does come up in the neck, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do pull my shoulders up quite a bit, I find. Yeah.
Try not to do that because you're going to, mess up your neck.
Right, right. Okay. Thank you very much, Jo.
Pleasure.
So great.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Kathy.
Thank you.
All right, Vlad, and you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you both? Thank you so much for putting me on. I'm so glad to have this opportunity, and mainly to have a moment when I can express my gratitude, and to say to other people who didn't work with Jo before that I was stuck in a very dark place, and she pulled me out to light. And of course, there's much more work to be done, but the way she helped me with her healing and with her magical personality, it's amazing. And I have nothing but life gratitude to her. And she's helping my son as well, which is also wonderful. Yes,
awesome.
there's a huge how they say it's a huge place in my heart for her, and I'm looking forward to going on and working more with her. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, Jo, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Ladana, that's, you really touched my heart. Thank you very much. I'm so
do that all the time.
I'm working with you.
You deserved it back.
Thank you.
Awesome.
If you feel that there is anything that you can touch at the moment, if you think that I actually went today to tomorrow, and it brought lots of ups and downs in me, and but actually I'm doing much better from our last session, and
wonderful.
Yeah, very grateful.
Well, I'll see what comes up. I mean, yeah, let's see.
Thank you.
Right, yeah. You've got an implant in your cerebrum.
Where? Sorry.
In your cerebrum, it's part of your brain.
Oh.
I'm going to remove that. It's just become active. It's something that was. It's a manipulation of some sort, but it was there. So I'm going to remove it now. Obviously, what's happened will bring a lot of stuff. Has activated it. I'm just going to clear that from your system. Just remove it.
Thank you.
Just relax while I do that. Okay, that's done. It was quite interesting that yawn came soon after I finished that.
And I had like my scalp was tightening, and like I had like this cramps all around scalp, and also the lots of pressure in my nose bone while you were doing. But now it's all nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good, wonderful.
Thank you, Jo.
Oh,
And
my
thank
pleasure.
you a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, Gladna.
Thank you
Right.
both.
Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to take a few minutes just to quickly go over the packages that Jo has first. They're the same packages as in February, so they haven't changed, but I just want to quickly talk about that. Is that okay, Jo?
Yes, of course.
1 second. Where is it? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. And then we'll take just a few more quick questions after that. 1 second. Because I told Jo, it's like, it doesn't have to be long, 1 hour, an hour and 15. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half. We'll see. But it just goes by so quickly, right? It's like, wow.
It does.
So there's two packages. Package A is for 147. Package B is 227. There are 2 and 3 part payment plans available, as well as the 24-hour special has been reactivated. So use code TACS10 at checkout to receive my gift for you. So package A is basically 3 group calls, 3 MP3s, yeah, 3 group calls, 3 MP3s. Jo, do you want to talk a little bit about it briefly?
Yes, sure.
So did we, oh yeah, so the group calls we already had, so you'll receive the recordings.
That's right, yes. And I've by popular request, I've included another group call, which is going to be this Thursday. So if you do get the package, you'll be on a live group call.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so yes, so the MP3s, hydration. This one's extremely important, especially after the work that was done by what's his name? He did the 4th phase of water.
Mm-hmm.
And basically there was sorry.
Emoto?
No, not Emoto. The name skips my mind at the moment. But basically he identified there was another phase of water, which is gel-like. And this is so important. And this is the phase in the extracellular matrix. So the fascia, this fibers, basically they're light fibers. They look like optic fibers, and the light goes through them. And this is how information sort of transmits throughout the brain. This is what we'll be doing in the second group call. It's all around the fascial system. So water in that state is the most important thing. You can drink loads of water, but doesn't have any effect. But this MP3 will convert that water so that your body can metabolize and utilize it properly.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then release fear. Well, this one I made for myself. I was born with fear. I've had lots of issues with fear. And so I'm a testament to this one, and it's helped lots of people as well.
Mm-hmm.
The soma is basically, that's the elixir through which sort of is made in the gut, and everything sort of happens in the gut. But this is what raises our vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing into basically out of that fight flight, which is all to do with our central nervous system and the brain, into bliss, which is an aspect of the heart. So we're really moving up. And again, my package is all around that central nervous system, and then we're doing the heart work. And
so that's package A, right? So 3 recordings of the group calls plus the new live call, which is going to be on Thursday, for 147 plus the 3 MP3s. And then package B is everything in package A plus the 45-minute personal session with Jo. And so that is, for me, is the golden ticket. You know, getting the personal session with Jo, I think, is like so important, and it changes so much in you, can clear so much. I know, like Richard said, we can't clear everything all at once, but it will get you moving forward into better health, better vitality, just better overall. So Jo, do you want to talk a little bit about what the personal session looks like?
Yes, in the personal session, basically, I get to the root cause of what's causing your issues. And it can be anything. What the issues are, just as we talked about, the shadow, the light and the shadows. And it's all that shadow stuff that's deep, buried deep down. And also sort of your thoughts, all the thoughts with the thoughts, there's lots of emotions that get buried deep down. So it's trying to release all those. And I go into anything. It's difficult to pinpoint because everyone's different.
Yeah.
But all sorts of things will come, you know, sort of mental, emotional, past life, ancestral patterns, anything that blocks you. And sometimes, I mean, some people just need one session and they're ready, they go with that. Others need more sessions. But I mean, in that first session, you get a lot and, you know, you feel good. You have a sense of feeling really relaxed. And it's about that connection, which is to do with the heart, because most of us have built heart walls around our hearts.
Absolutely.
It's being freed from that, you know, just so that feeling of a weight's been lifted.
So that's package B for 227, but I highly recommend, if you can, get package B to work with Jo, like you've been working with Jo today for about 2 minutes. So can you imagine what 45 minutes would be like? Just amazing. And again, the packages for Jo are available at alara.at/show/Jo2, JO2. Easy peasy. And like I said, I've had several sessions with Jo in the past couple of months. And each one is different, right? It's never what I think it's going to be. It's always whatever is coming up in that moment, right? And always I come back or come out of it feeling better, calmer, lighter, just, you know, better, so much more at peace. So Gerald Pollock was the water guy. I don't know.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, it's unique because it's your story, it's what comes out for you personally. And every session, individual session that you have is different.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, like even today, we've had so many different types of questions, right? So even in the personal session with Jo, it's going to be whatever is coming up for you, you know, what she is perceiving, but also what you want to bring as well. So it's whatever you need, you know, so I highly recommend that. So again, alara.at/show/Jo2. All right, we're just going to take a few more quick questions. Is that okay, Jo?
Yes, of course.
So Marlena cannot talk well. She woke up with swollen gums on the lower left side. So can you help with this?
Yes, certainly. I'm just going to tune into you and see what comes up. Yeah, I'm picking up lack of self-love. Seems like you've been hard on yourself. I mean, there is an infection there as well. And of course, again, once we are sort of out of love for ourselves, we can attract, sort of bugs. And there is some sort of a virus there. I'm going to clear the energies, and that is causing you to have the virus. So I'll clear that. Right, okay, Marlene, how does that feel?
All right, Marlena, how are you doing? You can type in the chat since you can't talk right now. Let us know.
Yeah, and just to say thank you to Kathryn. Yes, the chap who did the 4th phase of water is Gerald Pollock. Waiting for Marlene.
Yeah, so Marlena says, feeling the energy go through the back of my head.
Wonderful. And how's your throat? Is that feeling easier?
How's your throat, your gums? Awesome, Suzanne, I got your message, good. Marlena says, still sore, but she said, I thank you for this, I'll be rinsing all night.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and just see how the energy starts to shift and change it
It
anyways.
will. Yes, it'll continue.
Yeah, it'll continue. Awesome, good. All right, and I just wanted to share really quickly, Sarah wrote something in the chat a little while ago. I missed it, Sarah. She said, thank you, Laura, Jo, and everyone. I'm so grateful to be working with Jo. She is not only an amazing, brilliant healer who has helped me heal through many maladies, she's also the most kind, compassionate, and ego-free person I know. Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.
All right, now we have, let's just see. Now we have Sarah. Sarah or David, I don't know who's going to show up. You want to unmute yourself?
Oh, it's David on Sarah's Zoom.
I think so, yeah.
Yes. Hi, we're both here. This
Awesome.
is David.
Hello, David.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Yes, hello.
Hi. I love you, Jo.
I love you too. Thank you.
I'm doing all the exercises you gave me and I'm feeling better. And
wonderful.
Now here is David.
Hello, David. How can I help you?
Thank you. I have been having difficulty with my connective tissue, and it's especially bad in my knee for the last year or so. And low back has been a problem for 35 years. And I've been having migraines for about 25 years. I don't know if those have anything to do with each other, but certainly the connective tissue is something that has puzzled me. The medical world has not given me a diagnosis. I've had lots of x-rays, CAT scans, various.
Well, the new science of connective tissue, particularly the fascia, is just, it's about 7 years old now. So there's lots of new stuff coming. But of course, unfortunately, medical world are not embracing that.
Yeah.
There's very much alternative, and it's, of course, the COVID stopped a lot of that, but hopefully they'll be up and running again. But we'll have a look and see what's happening with you with your connective tissue.
Thank you.
Right, seems there was a trauma that caused that in the first place. 3 years prior to getting that, the knee problems. But basically you lost your connection, and this is sort of, the fascia is all connected to the heart. So I don't know if you can relate to anything that might have happened prior to that.
Well, I know I was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis at one time, and they eventually said you don't have the full-blown disease, you have some close cousin to it, and it is a disease that gets triggered by a bacterial infection.
Yes,
That's
right, yes, absolutely.
Present in the genetics, and then it requires a trigger. So perhaps that's what you're picking up.
Right, and where's the spondylitis?
That's low back.
It is in the lower back, yes, which is what I suspected. Right, okay, so yeah, I've also got ileocecal valve. There's two valves, valve between the large intestine and the small intestine. That's been inflamed for a while. Is one knee worse than the other?
Yeah, my left knee is considerably worse.
Right, okay.
Right knee's doing pretty well.
Right, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to work on that. Just remove the trauma first. I don't need to know what it is. It's, of course, it will be something that's caused the spondylosis. And then as a result of that, it's had the effect on your knees. David, how does that feel?
Well, I felt a wave of sort of grounding, calming energy come over me from the top down. I'm very relaxed and happy right now.
Wonderful. Well, that's your connection. That's being connected now. Wonderful.
I became aware of the tension I'm holding in my shoulders, and I'm holding up the laptop. So, but I just adjusted my posture and relaxed into it.
Right. And how does your knee feel at the moment?
Feels fine. Yeah. It normally aches, and it's not really aching right now, so that's nice.
Oh,
Good.
well, your whole posture is out of balance.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, David. That's wonderful. Thank you for the feedback.
Good.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
David.
Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you. All right. I just want to share something that Vladina wrote in the chat. She said, thank you, Laura, for putting me on. I really wish everyone could try Jo's work. Her MP3s are mild and easy, but then after a few times, you just realize that fear is not pressing and your thoughts are changing. Her private sessions are an enlightening experience and life-changing. She helped my physical health and helps my son's struggles too. Her heart is huge and she doesn't give up on you no matter what the problem is. Nice. Good. Thank you for that, Vladimir.
Thank you, Ladana.
Beautiful. Well, you know what? I didn't know we were going to go this long, to be honest.
I hope we haven't left anyone out.
I'm checking. I think there might be one or two people. Hold on. There was somebody. I did see somebody. Liga, are you still here? One sec. So many things in the chat. Okay, yeah, Liga's still here. And Grace. Sorry. So Grace.
Okay.
It says, hi, Jo. I thought that I had a cold 4 weeks ago, but have felt very tired and weak and sore chest. So I think I may have had COVID, not a cold. I'd be grateful for any insights and healing.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what's coming up with you.
Hey guys, please don't put any more stuff in the chat. We'll never leave.
Right, a lot of fear. I don't know if you can relate to that, Grace.
So is there a lot of fear? Are you experiencing a lot of fear right now?
Because what happens, I mean, especially in this climate, is the fear. But there is...
I think maybe about the future.
About the future, yes, but there's some issues in childhood. Around about age 4. Just remember that what's happening now is a lot of what we haven't dealt with in the past, and it manifests in different ways. So while it is, you've had some of a cold or whatever it is, COVID, it is, you're more susceptible to it because of something that happened a long time ago. So can you relate to fear in childhood? A fearful situation?
She said yes.
Right, okay. So that's where I'm going to work and clear the information there. Everything's about information, what we hold in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to clear that. Okay, Grace, how are you doing?
There's in the chat. Grace, how are you doing? What are you perceiving now? She looked great. I was in a coma when I was 4.
Oh my God, right.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that was huge.
That's a huge trauma for sure. Wow. Okay. But how are you feeling now? That's great. Okay, so I'm glad that that could come up. A lot of fear of my father, felt a bubbling of emotion leaving me.
Oh, wonderful. Good.
Awesome. All right, one more quick question. There was from Liga. Totally, Liga.
Hi,
Liga.
Alara. This is Liga. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
go
couldn't
ahead.
find the button before. Sorry.
That's okay. I couldn't go back and find the chat either. It's like, oh, I read it and then I lost it. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. So everyone can read in the chat that I had to have a cortisone shot to my left knee about a year ago, and it's constantly inflamed. It compromises my yoga poses, and I've been taking all kinds of supplements for it, but I don't. And I have physical therapy I used to do, but it's still the same. I'm wondering if there's anything that can be offered.
Hello, Liga. Yes, I'll see what's coming up. Right, Liga, you seem to be stuck.
Yes.
You've got the information, a lot of information inside you, but you're not bringing it out. It's really bringing it out to move forward, and your knee is not, you're not allowing yourself to move forward, basically. That's where that information is stuck. So you've got a lot of wisdom, basically, but you're not utilizing it. And that's what you need to tap into, your inner wisdom. Well, you do yoga, presumably you do some other energy work as well. But try and get more in touch more with your heart and connect with it. I should give you the exercise to somebody else earlier on about crossing your arms and getting the oxytocin, more of the oxytocin. But I'm going to clear issues around that as well. So bring up your intuition now. You're welcome. Well, I felt a release, that you released something. How do you feel?
Yes, I do feel like I released something, and it was around my heart too.
Yes, that's right. It was.
So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I'm so appreciative. Thank you.
My pleasure. All the best.
Awesome. Thank you, Lika. And so somebody was asking in the chat that, can we all clear with each other's processes? Definitely, just allow.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so I just said, keep breathing, keep clearing. So yes, absolutely we can. And that's why these processes are wonderful for everybody on the call, so we can all do some clearing, because we all have, like anger issues, unforgiveness, all sorts of deep emotional issues, abandonment, whatever it happens to be, it will come up and it will be given the chance to be released.
Absolutely.
yes.
And this is what comes up, especially in a group, because there's some similarities. And as a group, it's quite, it's no accident that you've come together. And while we're addressing somebody else's issues, you're benefiting from that as well.
Exactly. So keep breathing, keep grounding. It's all good. You're not going to keep it. You're just going to keep letting go, keep releasing. And especially we did that process of connection to the divine a couple of times on the call, I think, Jo, right? So that is also really important to do. That's
absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, so that will be really helpful. Sarah says, so much love and generosity, Jo. I'm so glad to have connected with you through Laura's offerings. Awesome, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, well, we did a lot. Well, you, Jo, you did a lot. I was just here.
Well, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. There was so much that we did on this call, so many clearings, processes, releasing, etc., that you are going to want to drink some water. You are going to want to continue to breathe and let go, right?
And I'm just going to give you a couple of breaths. Just some of you might find this, the first one, uncomfortable, then we'll go for the second one. So just put your tongue on your palate, flat on your palate, and you're going to breathe in and out only through your nose, but very slowly, very silently. And we're going to do that for a whole minute. And then at the end of that breath, I'm just going to ask you to swallow. Okay, I'm just going to start now. Set my timer. Okay, and then slowly stop and swallow. And if you found this uncomfortable, some of you will like this one, but some may find it uncomfortable, I'm going to do the second breath. So imagine you're going to fill your lower abdominal region with air. You're just going to literally sniff as if you're sniffing. And just fill that up with 2 or 3 short breaths. At the same time, extending your lower abdominal muscles. And then just come out with a sigh. Make it long, a long sigh.
Good, awesome.
Okay. Okay. Is it Zila who's finding?
I think she's good.
Yeah.
It was the longest minute, I swear. That minute was like, that's how long a minute is. Oh my goodness, it's so long.
Longest minute, yeah.
It's all good. Good, everyone doing okay? So drink water.
And use those, use one of them, whatever suited you better, the breath. And that's good, yeah, Alara. That's a good yawn. You're releasing a lot.
Yawning. Yeah, yawning is good. Yawning is always good.
Yep, it's meditation.
Yep. But do you see how my face is glowing more now since we did the breath? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I noticed that too. It's like, oh, my face is glowing. And Kathryn says, I'm feeling so much better now than I did before this call. Good.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Whew. So again, if you would like to work one-on-one with Jo, please do take a look at the packages, package A and package B, that are available at alara.at/show/Jo2, JO2. So many people have commented and shared what a wonderful experience it is to work with Jo and how wonderful she is. So please, it's not just my recommendation, other people are also recommending that you work with her. So please do, if you can. So that'd be awesome. All right, anything else, Jo, before we go? Stretch, hug yourself, always, it's always good to do that, right?
Yes, stretching is good. Just keep moving every 20 minutes if you can.
Yeah, exactly. I find I get stiff really easily, really quickly. So movement is always good.
Yeah. And just one thing about fear, because obviously there's been a lot of fear with the virus first and now the war.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically, what's happening is this light and darkness, and the divine feminine that is here already with us, and basically the divine feminine is that quiet space that we need to occupy. So just be in that stillness. Try and be in that stillness as much as you can. Obviously, what we're moving into is, well, 5D, but it's also androgyny. So we are going to have 70% feminine, 30% masculine, and we need that masculine bit, obviously, because we've got to move. But the quiet stillness is the feminine aspect of us. And with sort of the fear, it's just the darkness and the shadow is just dying. So that will pass, and the light will be, well, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And bringing that into your life, that calm, peaceful time. And also we are being pushed at the moment to get rid of our shadow, all our shadow stuff, and lots from childhood.
Yeah, and that's what's coming up. So for most of us, a lot of our childhood stuff is coming up, or some even unresolved stuff from when we were younger.
That's right,
is
yes.
all coming up.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm finding that with every client.
Yeah, absolutely. So just know that it's not like you're doing anything wrong. It's not like you're, not doing enough. It's nothing like that. It's just all this unresolved shadow stuff is coming up to be finally resolved and healed and cleared and released.
Okay. And just be in the moment. There's no past, no future, just the moment. And that's the way to be. Just be in the now.
Yeah.
And this is what, the second group call is all about, being in the present moment, to be what it is to be. Because if you're everything from the group calls, from group call 1 is all about the brain and central nervous system. And this is what you're thinking about the past. So of course, your nervous system is getting all revved up. You're holding a lot of information from the past, and information that doesn't serve you any purpose. And it's built up into stories. You're carrying those stories. And of course, it's very real, because the brain will convince you, right, it is the truth. But a lot of the time it's not. It's not reality. And the future has the same effect. Again, you're always the worry, what's going to happen, etc., and giving yourself a lot of anxiety. Again, same, the brain system. It's just, the only thing that's important is to stay in the now.
Yeah. And when you're in the now, truly, when you're breathing and you're centered and you're in your heart space in the now, most issues don't really exist. So just know that.
It opens up so much for you.
Yeah. So try and get back to your heart space, back to the present moment, back to now. And it is moment by moment.
Yes, it's be, do, have. So be 70%, do 30%, and then you have, you go into abundance, really.
Yeah, I love that. Be 70%, which is the divine feminine, do 30%, which is the masculine, and have 100% of abundance, joy, etc. that you want. That's good. I like that. Be, do, have. Awesome. All right, so just remember that for yourself as well, right?
Yes.
If you're focusing so much, a lot on the doing, there's an imbalance, right? And if you're focused on the being, only on the being and not the doing, again, there's an imbalance. So you got to do both to have what it is that you want.
Yeah, and this is what in last year, this year, it's all about caring for ourselves. And the self-care is not about, right, have a massage or whatever, go to sauna and all. Yes, that is important, but it's also being mindful of what emotions are coming up, and just breathe through those, and let them come up. Deal with
what emotions, what thoughts are coming up, the patterns, recognizing the patterns.
Yeah, and the feelings. Feel, just let your body feel. And it will pass. You got to go slightly through that discomfort, feel it, and then it'll just evaporate.
Yeah, it does pass. The feeling, I think it's like 70 seconds.
Yeah.
If you can feel it for 70 seconds and let it go, it will be passed through your system. But if you get stuck in the story, that's where the issue happens mostly. Right. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for that reminder, Jo. Beautiful. What a powerful call, such a powerful call. I know you all received a lot of healing, releasing, clearing for different aspects, different issues. So please be gentle with yourself. Please be kind to yourself. Ground, drink water, get some fresh air. I mean, for me, it's nighttime, so no sunshine. Gonna wait for the sunshine tomorrow, but get some sunshine and just nurture your body and nurture all of you so that you can continue to release some of this stuff. It's going to continue. It doesn't just happen in one instant, right? It does continue to release. So be patient with yourself, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good, awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you. So appreciate you all being here, for all your questions, all your stuff that came up that helped all of us. So thank you. And thank you again, Jo. Another wonderful call. You are so talented. You're so powerful as a healer, and you're such a wonderful person as well. So thank you so much for being here with us and sharing your wisdom, your gifts, your abilities, your talents. We're so blessed to have you in this world. So thank you.
It's my great pleasure. And thank you very much for inviting me.
Absolutely. So much fun.
Thank you,
All right,
everyone.
everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Valentina.
Bless you all.
I miss you too.
I said bless you all.
Oh, bless you too. So obviously I miss you,
very much.
Valentina.
Thank you.
That's what I heard. All right, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.